Good day, YouTube. This is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Take two on this one. I just did it and got erased, so here we are again. But this is three good ones I want to bring your way. It's a couple days old, but still found these relevant. Three revolutionary stocks I would buy right now without hesitation. We have VXRT developing a vaccine that doesn't involve a needle stick, so I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that would love that. I hate needles, so CRISPR may address too hard to treat blood disorders, and intuitive surgical I've talked about a couple times around the channel. But these players may change the world of medicine. Always looking for different ways to change medicine. It's revolving, just changing daily, so just kind of like technology. So, but when I think of a revolutionary stock, I think of companies that are game-changing technology, some pharmaceuticals, and if you get into them at the right point, you can make some serious money. You just need to know when to get out, because they can go down just as fast as they went up. So, first is VXRT, ticker VXRT. They're working on a vaccine candidate. Potential products is an oral one, a pill to be taken with a glass of water. The formulation makes it revolutionary for patients and healthcare providers. Patients avoid a needle stick, and is much easier for providers to transport and store a room temperature stable pill than a traditional vaccine. VXRT is a Omicron specific candidate, and its original candidate both protected against the variant and preclinical tests. The original candidate is in phase 2. Company expects to report initial data in the third quarter, so be watching for this one. Again, ticker VXRT. You can see it was in the $37.5 range here. Looks like it dropped. Or actually, I'm sorry, that's the $3.70 range. There is a point there, and dropped down below $3 here, so would have been a good dip by there, and ran up, and looks like it's running up again. So again, $4.23 on the price, a market cap of $529 million, so you could get quite a few shares if that's what you choose to do on this one at that price. So again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion. Days range of 414 to 440, 52-week range of 249 to 1033, so average volume just over 3 million. Of course, if VXRT is successful, the company, just like I said, will make it to market much later than the bigger rivals, and so therefore the stock could run up, but if it doesn't make it to a market, it could drop like a rock, so it could just do this type of action here again. So, and it doesn't depend uniquely on the program. The company also is developing oral vaccine candidates for 4 other viruses, including flu and norovirus. VXRT is a good bet for aggressive investors, especially considering its price dropped more than 44% this year. It's an innovative company that gets a bit closer to the finish line, so we'll just have to wait and see if they cross that finish line. So, best thing that I can tell you on these is make a watch list, put them on your watch list if you're interested in them. That's what I do sometimes for the most part, and that way, if you forget about it, or if it's not giving you the action when you're watching it, and it's not saying that it won't tomorrow or the next week. So some of these take off. When they take off quick. So next is CRISPR, CRSP. I've talked about this one a couple times, comparing it to Bingo. They call it BNGO, Bio-Nanogenomics. I'll link that in the description as well. Close to a big victory, the company and partner Vertex Pharmaceuticals have reported positive data. Their gene editing candidate for blood disorders, and 2 companies aim to file for regulatory approval by the end of the year. This is big for a couple reasons. First, it would represent CRISPR's first commercialized gene editing product and would translate its product revenue. Second, the treatment could be a blockbuster. That's because as of now, treatment options are limited for blood disorders like sickle cell disease and basal thalassemia. Even better than the idea of medication taken regularly, that's because it's designed as a one-time curative treatment, so clearly if the candidate reaches the market, it will be revolutionary. Again, CRSP. You can see it was probably in the $73, $74 range, just dropped down to about $55, so it dropped about $20, so it's been kind of all over the place. Currently at $73.65 with a $5 billion market cap, days range of 70.70 to 76.99, so about a $6.29 range in there. 52-week of 42.51 to 155.87. So if you got in and got out, you'd made some really good money there, tripled your investment. So they have climbed 46% from their low reached on May 9th, so investors already may be anticipating a potential approval. Still, the shares are down 16% since the start of the year, and approval and revenue down the road could keep the shares going. So aggressive investors may want to get in on the story now, and cautious investors may want to watch it closely. So even though it is going up, just as you see here, down 16% since the start of the year, it could drop drastically even though it runs up. So that's just how some of these work. So next is Intuitive Surgical. I've talked about this one a couple times here on the channel as well. It's a great bet for both cautious and aggressive investors. Company is a leader in the global robotic surgery market. It holds nearly 80% share according to research, and Intuitive has shown it can grow revenue and profit into the billions over time. There's a couple reasons why this strength is likely to continue. First, Intuitive doesn't only generate revenue from the sales or leasing of its flagship Da Vinci robot, it actually makes more money from the sales and accessories of from the sales of accessories and instruments. So kind of like some other things, like you buy a cell phone and they sell you a bunch of accessories to go with it, so kind of the same concept that they're doing here. So anything to generate revenue and get the stock price up. And it generates revenue from service packages to maintain its robots, so it can count on a constant stream of revenue from those who have invested in Da Vinci. So this is the most expensive one out of the three. They kind of went in progression, least to the most expensive. You can see the 5th or 6th of June, they were in probably the 220, 225 range, dropped down to about the 190, 195 range, and it's just been kind of all over. Currently at 208.34, market cap of $74 billion. Days range of 205.47 to 209.48, so about a $4 swing. And 52-week range of 186 to 369, so you could double your money there pretty easily. And they will probably remain a favorite of hospitals and surgeons. Hospitals are unlikely to switch to another system after making a multi-million-dollar investment. And a lot of this equipment's expensive, so they're going to keep it around as long as they can and maintain it. And most surgeons train on the Da Vinci. That means they know the system well and probably would want to stick with it. Intuitive shares have struggled as the pandemic weighed on earnings. A wave of patients often leads hospitals to postpone non-essential surgeries. As of today, Intuitive is trading at 41 times forward earnings estimates. That's down from more than 70 in January, and that's a deal considering today's troubles are temporary and long-term outlook remains bright. So, but that's it for the three. Again, ISRG, Intuitive Surgical, CRISPR, CRSP, and VXRT. So if you have any one of the three, you can list that in the comments, along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share on these, and if there's any other stocks you'd like me to take a look at and make a video about, I could do that as well. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.